Hello, and welcome back to another podcast episode. For this one, I'll be starting a series called Tiering 101, in which I tier things. If you've never watched a video or listened to a podcast that does tiering, there's a pretty universal approach where you tier things on like this scale of S, A, B, C, and D. Basically, S is like the highest of the tier, and then D is the lowest. They're also associated with colors, S being red, and then A, orange, yellow, green, blue, you get the idea. Obviously, you can't see the tier because this is a podcast, but I've created names so we can sort of describe what's happening, if that makes sense. Today's topic is odd organisms. We're gonna tier from D being not that odd, all the way up to S, extremely fucking odd. In between we have C, kind of odd, B, low-key odd, and A, 100% odd. So I picked out some organisms here. They're all funky creatures. They're all silly, but what I'm going to be ranking is the oddity of them. So let's just get into it, I guess. First up, we have the naked mole rat. If you've never seen a naked mole rat, it's strikingly similar to an uncircumcised penis. A major difference between the naked mole rat and a penis is that the rat lacks a neurotransmitter, so they basically do not feel pain. Another odd thing is that their two front teeth can move independently. For these reasons, I'm tiering the naked mole rat at C, kind of odd. He's definitely got some odd characteristics that resemble other things. But yeah, go ahead and Google a picture if you want, or don't. I did give you kind of a description, so disclaimer there. Next up we have the horned lizard. This is a funky one. This little guy can aim and shoot blood out of their eyes up to 5 feet as a defense mechanism. Now, this is just blasphemous. It will literally encounter a coyote or another predator and just squirt blood at it. And after it's done shooting its load, it just walks away with its blood stains all over its face. My question is, how was this the most advantageous adaptation? Well, their blood actually contains a chemical that tastes really bad, which makes the adaptation a little less weird. But why shoot it from your eyes out of all the holes in your body? It's quite simply blasphemous. And for that reason, I'm tiering the horned lizard as extremely fucking odd. Next up, we have the glass frog. As you can infer from its name, this frog nearly turns invisible when it sleeps. It does this through hiding a good amount of red blood cells in their liver. Although this is a rare phenomenon for land animals, there are plenty of other species that have similar sort of superpowers like this. So I'm tiering the glass frog at not that odd. It's cool enough to make the list, but it's just not that odd given the obvious benefits of the adaptation. This next creature is ranked as low-key odd, but in a beautiful way. This creature is called the blue sea dragon. They aren't inherently venomous, but they eat venomous creatures like the Portuguese man-of-war, which is a beautiful jellyfish. When I look at pictures of the blue sea dragon, it's giving feminine rage, and I like that. Overall, this creature is a 10 out of 10. In terms of oddity though, it's pretty low-key, just due to it being a fancier axolotl with some spice. Next creature, we have the red-lipped batfish. This thing has bodaciously red lips, lives in the ocean, but can barely fucking swim. It uses pectoral protrusions to move around the sand underwater. So basically just imagine a frog-crab hybrid with Donald Trump's pouty face and really long nipples that it uses to trot around. It's low-key giving Elon Musk vibes because it's so ugly. So we're going to tier the red-lipped batfish at 100% odd. And next up, everyone's favorite, is the axolotl. Extremely fucking odd. And here's why. Salamanders with both gills and lungs. The little ear thingy sticking out of their head is actually their gills. Neotenic is a term to describe them because they keep juvenile characteristics throughout adulthood. So basically, they're a salamander larvae that never grows up. And because of this, it allows them greater plasticity, as you can imagine, but also the ability to fully regenerate lost limbs and organs up to 5 times without developing any scar tissue. Even with their regeneration abilities, you might assume they'd get cancer or something, but they are actually substantially more resistant to cancer than any other salamander. Unfortunately, this has resulted in them being exploited by the scientific community, and the species is critically endangered. So again, the axolotl is extremely fucking odd. Awesome critter, 10 out of 10. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the next one. Oh my god, what? So this one's called the Indian purple frog. It looks like a product of the Bhopal disaster, which is just a worse Chernobyl that didn't get media coverage. I have a hard time looking into its eyes. Ooh. It spends all its time underground and only comes out during a monsoon to mate, which is pathetic, but I guess I can't judge him for that. He's low-key me, and he's low-key odd. And our last organism we're going to be tiering today is the jellyfish. I didn't pick a specific species of jellyfish. It's just jellyfish in general are just odd. Like, there's a lot of unique jellyfish here. So I would have to put on like multiple species of jellyfish onto this tier list. And obviously I don't have the time nor the energy to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But we're rating jellyfish as a whole. Really happy for the jellyfish in general. When humans kill ourselves and almost everything else, the land is all on fire and the ocean is warm and acidic, jellyfish will just be chilling. They can adapt to that shit, and also they're just really pretty and also very venomous, which is low-key sexy. I like myself a Dami mommy. Like, I want one of her, you know? Additionally, there's a specific species that is basically immortal, as it should be, and as we shouldn't, so let's not exploit them. In terms of biology and aesthetics, jellies are extremely fucking odd. Extremely fucking odd. And also extremely fucking cool. To recap the tier list, on the bottom we have not that odd, kind of odd, low-key odd, 100% odd, and extremely fucking odd. On the bottom with not that odd, we have the glass frog. Above that, we have the naked mole rat at kind of odd. And above that, we have the purple Chernobyl frog thing and the beautiful sea dragon being at low-key odd. Above that, we have the bodacious red-lipped something fish that can't fucking swim at 100% odd. And finally, on our S tier, extremely fucking odd, we have the axolotl, the horned lizard that squirts blood from its eyes, and the jellyfish. I love jellyfish. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for my next podcast episode where I rank different human chromosomal abnormalities. The next episode will explain why I think we as a species should strive to become a banana slug. Thank you. Goodbye.